Hello and welcome to SirSmuggler's Let's Play, episode 25. Today I'm going to continue with the bee automation system I started last episode. And in fact it's almost ready. It took quite a while, but let's just go have a look, shall we? I hooked up this last apiary to a pipe as well. So let's just take a look at this craziness I got going here. This is just a lot of pipes. So let's see if I can explain how this is working. All the apiaries are connected to wooden pipes that pumps out all the products and bees that they produce, and they're all linked together, so via iron pipes. You know, they're one way, so everything that comes into this pipe must leave in the clear direction there. So every single apiary is connected to this here apiarist pipe. So everything that they produce land in here. And this one simply divides it in items and bees. So all items go out the black route and all bees go out the yellow route. So the bees head over here into my analyzer and get analyzed and then pumped out into this pipe and into this mess of pipes. This is just crazy, but I've tested it and it seems to work. And it basically sorts it up in 4 categories. I'm missing a couple of signs because I ran out of wood, but I'm gonna fix that. Anyways, I got all princesses in one chest, and since there's not that many princesses, I think it's okay to have just one chest. And then I got the fancy drones. That's gonna be all the, well, the industrious line and the imperial line and the sinister line. Basically all the special bees that you can breed. And then we got the basic drones. Here we're gonna have all the bees you can find in the wild, so forest, meadows, marshy, tropical, modest, what else, wintry ones. I find those, I don't have any yet, and valiant as well. And finally all the hybrids are going to land in this chest here. So those two are just pure breeds, and here are all the hybrids. And of course you could expand it even further and have make it so that bees are pumped back into empty apiaries, but well, just look at this mess here and ask yourself, do you think I'm gonna do that? I think not. Not anytime soon anyway. So that's the bees. All items then, they go out the black pipe here, black end from the apiarist pipe and straight into a diamond pipe. This one is just filtering out all the products that should not go into the centrifuge. So they go out the green route, which heads into this pipe back here, and down here into my logistics network, and they're going to land in this chest. I got polymorphic item sinks in those modules there, so any of those items are going to land here. You see the sugar, royal jelly and pollen. And all other items that should only be honeycombs of different kinds are going to land in this centrifuge. and get processed. And the results are going to be pumped out that wooden pipe there into another diamond pipe. That pipe only filters out silky propolis, because that one needs to be centrifuged one more time. So silky propolis goes out the cobblestone pipe there and up here and straight back into the sorter here, where it's still going to be considered an item, so it's going to end up in the centrifuge one more time. All other items that are done processing are going to go down the black route there and into this stone pipe and join in the logistics network and be sorted into the chests here. I also have provider modules on these chests, and that's connected up here and to this pipe. So I got a supplier pipe here to make sure my squeezer always has honey drops available. And that is to make sure that the analyzer always have liquid honey. Now another problem I encountered is that the centrifuge only has one slot for honeycombs, one input slot. So if there's many different kinds of honeycombs coming in, this one might be busy processing a standard honeycomb, and then there's a stringy comb coming in. Since this pipe cannot insert that honeycomb into the centrifuge, it's going to spit it out. And that's where this obsidian pipe comes in. That's one's going to catch up any items that this one spit out and insert them, and they're going to circle back right into the sorting system again and make another try to be inserted into the centrifuge. So that's it. It's well, it took me quite a while to finish this, and many changes and redos along the way, but I've tested this a little bit. I haven't run all the apiaries live, but I've tested all the parts, and it seems to be working. So just to demonstrate this a little bit, we could throw in a few different combs here and see what happens. Well, we can throw them all in actually. Let's just hope it works. Oh, that's not correct, of course. It's not going to pump out from these spots. And as we can see, it's not quite perfect, so I need to trim that a little bit, perhaps put in another obsidian pipe there. But you can see the basic idea anyway. So yeah, I definitely need to fix that. Well, that's not a problem. I think I can handle that. And I was gonna put all this mess here behind the wall, but then I was kind of proud of it, so I had put it in glass wall so we can see it. And as you can see, it's not working very fast, so obviously there's going to be some overflow when I flood it with honeycombs like I did now. So I'm just going to fix that last obsidian pipe that I think is going to solve the problem once and for all. And then I'll be back. Okay, so I think I have solved that problem now. This is just crazy. But hey, it works. So I'm still gonna have to manually collect princesses and drones and reinsert into the apiaries, but everything else is now automated. That is just awesome, if you ask me. And I like to keep it manually anyway, because, well, the apiaries pipe lets you filter on species, but you cannot filter on any of the other traits that bees can have. So it's if you want to do any kind of advanced breeding, you're gonna have to do it manually anyway. I can just stand here all day and look at this craziness. It's just too fun. But I'm not going to bore you with that now. So let's see what I want to do next. And just one little detail I missed. If you remember, this squeezer here is going to produce some propolis, and that's being pumped out by a wooden pipe underneath here, and it connects to the logistics network down there. So that propolis is also going to go into this chest here. So I'm going to insert bees in all the hives, so you can see how the system looks when it's live. It's not going to be that crazy like when I had all the honeycombs, because that was I had been saving up for a while, let's just say. So I'll be back in a few minutes. And now I got all 8, I believe, apiaries running. And well, seems to be working. We'll see. Maybe this one's having a hard time keeping up, I don't know. I immediately ran into some trouble since I was trying out a new fiendish princess that produced ash, but easily fixed. So ash is now also directed here, because the ash went into here and clogged up my centrifuge. And as you can see, it's a steady stream of stuff coming in. And also there's it's a little buggy. Most of the bee products are not displayed correctly while in pipes, as you can see, but it's just cosmetics. And another point that could potentially be a problem is, of course, the analyzer. If several of the apiaries finish their work at the same time, we might have an overflow of bees, because we only get 6 spots here, and I do have a few bees that has fertility 4, which means it's going to produce 4 drones and 1 princess. That's like 5 bees from one apiary. So depending on how fast this one works, we may or may not have a problem, but we'll see. And I might consider adding on to this to produce more power for the centrifuge. To speed it up a bit. I have connected, the solar panels are connected to these 2 machines, and these are connected to the centrifuge. So I split it up. And it seems like we have a lot of stuff flowing around here. So I might need to speed this up a little bit to avoid problems, but we'll see. I'll let them work until they're done and we'll see how it looks. So I'll be back in a few. I'm back at my main base here to pick up a few more solar collectors, and while I'm waiting for them to be assembled I was trying out a little experiment here using this stripes pipe here to create automatic cobble generator, and it seems to be working for a while, but every now and then it just stops and leaves this hole here without any cobblestone generating, and the water just sitting there and the lava as well. I don't really understand why, but anyway, it's just a little experiment. I don't know if I want to keep it even if it does work, because, well, combined with the block grinder and blast furnace and mineral extractor back here, it's and also solar power, it's basically an endless supply of iron, gold, diamond, whatever, well, not whatever, but those resources: coal, redstone, obsidian. So it's a bit overpowered. I just wanted to try it and see if it works. And as I said, it works partly. As you can see now, it has stopped again. So it's just sitting there. I don't quite understand it. If I place a block here, it will start up again. And then it will run for a while and then just stop again. Odd. Anyway, let's see if my solar collectors are ready. Reflectors, actually, but no, they're not quite yet. Of course, I want to turn those off while I get these done. It turns out I want a little more power generated for my analyzer, because that one frequently gets flooded with bees once I have everything running, and well, they just drop out of the pipes if it gets full and new bees arrive. I was thinking about setting up an obsidian system of sort, similar to what I have with the honeycombs, but it's not quite working. As the pipe comes in from the top, I'd have to change that part to get it proper, because the obsidian pipe will only suck in things that are very at the same block, or one block away if it's powered by a redstone engine. And well, I'll show you what I mean when I'm back there, so I'll be back real soon. So I'm back here at my bee place, and let's see what I was talking about. The bees come into the analyzer from the top here, and so when there's overflow, they're just gonna kind of lie on top of this block here. And so if I put an obsidian pipe right here, it's going to connect to this pipe here, so that doesn't work, because that means the sucking end will be in this direction instead of here. And if I place it here, it's going to only be able to pick up items in this block, so not the bees here. So unless I change so that the bees comes in from the side instead, that's not going to work. So, and I'm not sure if I can do that, if they're going to land here then, or if they're going to, like, if this machine is smart enough to know where to put bees without them coming in from the top. and of course it's the hassle of rerouting all the pipes and try to make it work. So I'm just gonna hope that a little extra power from a few more solar collectors and perhaps some redstone engines, just as a small, it's a tiny amount of energy they produce, but if you have a lot of them like here, it's actually not that bad. So I might do something behind the wall here with the redstone engines. And for now I'm just gonna, well, I'm basically using this facility in manual mode anyway in terms of bees, so I'm gonna be around and I will see if anything pops out. At the moment I'm not in that great need of a steady supply of these bee products, so I just think it's really fun to play around with the bees and try to find all the species you can get and things like that. So it will do for now. I also got a few tips from a viewer called Game Goner, if I remember correctly. He had some nice setups for sorting bees. One thing in particular that I am probably going to implement is instead of this wooden pipe and redstone engine, I could of course use a logistics chassis pipe and an extractor module. So that would make things a bit cleaner down here. Or rather a bit better looking from the top side, so I don't have to have the engines exposed. I can have just green grass as it should be. And well, I think that's it for this episode. This pretty much covers everything about my bee facility at the moment. And this is probably how it's gonna stay for a while now. Because, well, next I think I might want to set up another quarry, since the last one finished a while back, and all these solar reflectors I've built has cost me quite a bit of iron, so I'm actually starting to... Well, I have a good amount still, but I definitely have used up a lot of it, so it might be a good idea to start gathering some more resources again. So, I'm gonna wrap up this episode, and we'll see what I come up with next time. Until then, have a good time, and bye bye!